when we got married, he was writing her and trying to take her out.
There's no proof to what he's accusing me of. And that
90 Day Fiancé gave us some of the most unforgettable couples on TV. But what happened to these lovebirds after the cameras stopped rolling? Now in 2025, the stars of 90 Day Fiancé are living radically different lives, from jaw-dropping transformations to surprising scandals. Join us as we uncover the details behind this heartbreaking revelation. Number 15. Shikina, Garner, and Sarper Guven. When Shikina, Garner, and Sarper Guven first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, fans were glued to their story. Shikina, an outspoken American with a bold personality, and Sarper, a fitness-loving bachelor from Turkey, seemed like an unlikely match. From the start, their connection was electric, but it was also surrounded by doubts. Sarper's past as a ladies' man made many question if he was ready for something serious, while Shikina's confidence sometimes clashed with his very direct style. Despite these differences, they pushed forward. In November 2024, they surprised everyone by marrying in what they called a bedding ceremony. It was a moment that showed how far they had come from the early days of mistrust. Their union, however, did not quiet the storm around them. Almost immediately, a shocking detail from their relationship surfaced: Sarper's unusual prenup. He insisted on a weight clause, which meant Shikina would be charged $1,000 for every pound she gained over 128 pounds. This condition set the internet on fire, with many fans calling it controlling and unfair. The controversy could have broken them, but instead, they doubled down on their love. Both kept sharing updates online, showing they were not shaken by the criticism. Their chemistry and confidence in each other became clearer with time. Sarper continues to grow in the fitness world, while Shikina stays busy in the beauty industry, and together they are building a lifestyle they both enjoy. As of 2025, the couple is planning the next chapter, buying a home, and bringing pets into their life. Their journey has been far from quiet, but it has been full of passion, growth, and a determination to prove that their love is stronger than the doubts around them. If you think this is shocking, then wait till you hear how Jessica Parsons and Juan Daza ended up. Number 14. Jessica Parsons and Juan Daza. Jessica Parsons and Juan Daza's journey began with the kind of spark that pulls two people from very different worlds together. Jessica, a dedicated mother and strong-willed woman, found love in Juan, a charming man who worked on cruise ships. Their romance was filled with excitement, but also came with the challenge of distance and an unusual lifestyle. For Juan, life on the sea had been his career and identity, while Jessica's world was grounded in family and stability. When they appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, many wondered how such a pairing could last. The differences were clear from the beginning. Jessica wanted commitment and consistency, while Juan was used to travel and freedom. Arguments came quickly, especially around his job. Would he choose to stay close to her and build a family life, or return to the waters that had shaped him for years? Despite these tensions, their love proved strong enough to carry them forward. By the end of season 11, Jessica and Juan tied the knot, showing that they were willing to take on whatever challenges came their way. Their marriage was a sweet victory after months of uncertainty, but their story did not end there. In 2025, the couple is still together, but the same question remains: what path will Juan choose? He is still torn between staying with Jessica full-time or returning to his cruise ship job, which continues to call him back. The decision weighs heavily on them both, since his career means long separations, while staying on land means giving up a lifestyle he has always known. Through it all, Jessica and Juan remain united. Their love has faced storms of doubt, cultural adjustments, and distance, yet they are still side by side. The future may hold difficult choices, but their history shows that they are willing to fight for each other. Number 13. Shaun Finch and Aaliyah de Batista. Shaun Finch and Aaliyah de Batista's story has been a roller coaster from the very beginning. Their connection was undeniable, but their journey was filled with uncertainty. Aaliyah, who was open about her identity and her transition, met Shaun at a point in his life when he was still learning how to navigate such a relationship. Their differences brought them together but also created tension that quickly showed on screen. Their wedding was filled with both joy and questions. Shortly after, they had one of the most unusual honeymoons in the show's history. Shaun ended up traveling alone. This odd twist made many viewers doubt if they could truly last. The separation so soon after their vows raised eyebrows and sparked conversations about whether their bond was strong enough to survive. Yet, in 2025, the couple is still side by side. They have faced whispers, judgment, and endless questions about trust. Even with the shadows of doubt around them, they continue to show unity in public. Shaun has stood by Aaliyah despite his stumbles, while Aaliyah has remained committed to making their marriage work. Their path has not been smooth, but it has been real. Trust remains a challenge, but they are not walking away. Instead, they are choosing to grow together, showing that even when love begins on shaky ground, it can become stronger with time and effort. But while Shaun and Aaliyah are learning how to rebuild trust, another couple has been fighting through even deeper differences. Number 12. Stevie Nicole and Mahadi Al-Saadi. Stevie Nicole and Mahadi Al-Saadi's story has always stood out in the 90-Day Fiancé universe because of the immense cultural and personal differences they had to face from the very beginning. Their relationship began with undeniable chemistry, but it was also clear that they came from worlds that rarely touched. Stevie, with her openness, individuality, and willingness to embrace who she was, often found herself at odds with Mahadi's background and the traditions that shaped him. The questions surrounding Stevie's sexuality became one of the most complicated aspects of their journey. For Mahadi, navigating his cultural expectations while trying to understand Stevie's experiences created tension that was hard to ignore. Families and social norms weighed heavily on their path, making every step of their relationship feel like a test of endurance. Many onlookers doubted that they could survive such sharp differences, and for a time, even they wondered if the gap was too wide to bridge. Yet, despite the weight of those struggles, they held on to each other. Their bond, though tested, proved to be stronger than doubt. Choosing to marry was not just a declaration of love, but a stand against the challenges that tried to pull them apart. It was a moment of defiance, showing that they were determined to define their relationship on their terms rather than through the expectations of others. By 2025, their love story continues. The affectionate updates they share with fans paint a picture of a couple who has learned to celebrate what makes them unique. Instead of allowing differences to dominate their relationship, they have chosen to focus on the deep connection that first brought them together. And if their love story sounds unusual, it is nothing compared to the path of a rare trio who turned tradition upside down and chose a life that most couples could never imagine. Number 11. Matt Jalassi, Amani Jalassi, and Eni Aguirre. The story of Matt, Amani, and Eni is unlike any other. While most couples battle with the struggles of two, this trio has had to learn how to share a life with three. From the very beginning, their decision to live openly as a throuple drew curiosity, judgment, and fascination. Viewers wondered how long such an arrangement could last, especially with the challenges of jealousy and cultural expectations hanging over them. Matt, legally married to Amani, brought Eni into their lives as more than just a friend. What began as affection grew into something deeper, but it quickly raised difficult questions. Amani found herself battling insecurities as Matt's closeness with Eni grew, creating emotional hurdles that could have ended their bond altogether. Despite the complications, the three pressed forward, determined to prove that their love was valid and real. Yet even as they worked to keep their relationship whole, a new challenge appeared. Eni's immigration status meant hard choices. Matt and Amani even discussed divorcing so Matt could sponsor Annie's visa. This plan left many wondering if the trio's future could survive legal obstacles as well as emotional ones. By 2025, the throuple is still together, showing resilience despite their unusual circumstances. They continue to walk a tightrope of balancing feelings, responsibilities, and paperwork, all while trying to remain one family. Their story remains one of the most intriguing because it challenges what most people think of as love and marriage. Number 10. Loren and Alexei Bravarnik. Loren and Alexei Bravarnik have become one of the most beloved couples to ever appear on the franchise. Their story began with a spark in Israel that grew into something much bigger than either of them could have imagined. Loren, with her bubbly energy and determination, found her perfect match in Alexei, whose calm and steady presence balanced her in every way. Their love story faced hurdles, from visa struggles to family adjustments, but their bond never wavered. Over the years, they welcomed 3 children: Shaun, who is now 5, Asher, who is 4, and Ariel, who is almost 3. Their lives are filled with the sweet chaos of parenthood, with both Loren and Alexei adjusting to sleepless nights, milestones, and the constant demands of raising little ones. In 2025, the couple celebrated a remarkable milestone, their 10th wedding anniversary on September 6th. 10 years of marriage in the world of reality TV is no small feat, and their success speaks to the strong foundation they built together. Part of their journey included deeply personal choices. After giving birth to 3 children, Loren had a hysterectomy, a decision that meant she and Alexei would not be able to grow their family further. While emotional, it also gave them the chance to focus fully on the 3 children they already cherish. The secret to their lasting love lies in their open communication. They have shown that speaking honestly, respecting each other's feelings, and working through problems together can carry a couple through even the toughest times. But how did Slatten and Singh manage the struggles of love in India, where mixing cultures has never been easy? Number 9. Slatten and Singh. Slatten and Singh's relationship has always been one of the most debated and inspiring in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. From the moment they revealed their romance, doubts surrounded them. Jenny, an American woman decades older than Sumit, was seen by many as an unlikely match for a man still deeply tied to his family and cultural traditions in India. Their story quickly became about more than love. It was about defying judgment, both from outsiders and from those closest to them. For years, their path was anything but easy. Sumit's family strongly opposed their relationship, citing the age gap and cultural expectations. Jenny, on the other hand, was forced to prove her intentions again and again while waiting for Sumit to fully commit. The delays, hesitations, and constant pressure from family created obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. Yet despite the setbacks, Jenny and Sumit stood by each other, unwilling to let go of what they had built. He talks about their relationship.
Yeah, but later I realized it was good. They accepted us as a couple, as husband and wife, and it was a great feat.
Their perseverance led to a milestone in 2021 when they finally married. For Jenny, it was a dream come true after years of uncertainty and sacrifice. The marriage symbolized not only their love, but also their determination to rise above all the doubts. It was a triumph for them both, though the road ahead would bring new and unexpected challenges. By 2025, Jenny and Sumit have celebrated 4 years of marriage, but life looks different from what Jenny once imagined. She talks about how long they have been together.
We've been married 4 years, but together for like 12 years, I think.
12, 13 years.
So it took them...
They are living with Sumit's parents, a decision that reflects his devotion to family, but also leaves Jenny feeling out of place. She often misses her independence and the quiet, private life she dreamed of sharing with her husband. The crowded household, traditional expectations, and constant adjustments weigh on her, even as she tries to embrace her new reality. Sumit, caught between his parents and his wife, continues to balance 2 worlds. His love for Jenny is clear, but his reluctance to push for a separate life shows how deeply tied he remains to his family. Still, the couple endures. They laugh, travel, and share moments of joy that keep their bond strong. And while Jenny and Sumit are adjusting to a life under one roof with parents, another couple is beginning a whole new chapter. Number 8. Gibbs and Julia Trubkina. Gibbs and Julia Trubkina's love story has been filled with ups and downs since the very beginning. They met with an instant connection, but their relationship was quickly tested when Julia moved to Virginia and found herself living under Brandon's parents' roof. Farm chores, strict rules, and constant pressure made their early days tense, and viewers wondered if they could truly make it through. Despite the struggles, Brandon and Julia stuck together. They eventually moved out and began to build a life on their terms. Over the years, they worked through disagreements about where to live, careers, and how much involvement families should have in their marriage. Through it all, their love only grew stronger, even as they faced doubts about whether they were ready for bigger steps in life. In 2025, their journey has taken a joyful new turn. The couple announced that they are expecting their first child, a long-awaited blessing after years of challenges. For Brandon and Julia, this moment is proof that patience and persistence can pay off. The excitement of preparing for their baby has given them a new sense of purpose, and their story has shifted from survival to celebration. Their path was never perfect, but that is what makes it so real. From awkward beginnings in Brandon's family home to this new chapter as future parents, they have shown that true love is about growth and resilience. Now, with a child on the way, they are ready to embrace a future filled with new adventures, sleepless nights, and the joy of building a family of their own. Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda. Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda's journey has always been one of the most explosive in 90-Day Fiancé history. From their very first appearance, viewers saw two very different people trying to build a life together. Gino, the quiet and cautious man from Michigan, was swept off his feet by Jasmine, whose fiery personality and unapologetic boldness made her unforgettable. Their chemistry was undeniable, but so were their arguments. Passion fueled their romance, but it also lit the flames of conflict. Their relationship was marked by jealousy, suspicion, and constant clashes. Gino's calm and often hesitant nature clashed with Jasmine's emotional intensity. Yet, despite the chaos, they kept coming back to each other. Fans watched them break up, reconcile, and repeat the cycle, always leaving people unsure whether they were destined for forever or doomed to collapse. Against the odds, they married, giving hope to those who believed love could overcome even the deepest cracks. For a while, it seemed their commitment might finally bring the stability they needed, but old habits and insecurities proved difficult to escape. By 2025, their marriage is facing its most serious challenge yet. Gino revealed that Jasmine had been in contact with another man, Matt, for 4 months before she finally admitted it. She admits to her relationship with another man. For a couple already struggling with trust, this revelation was devastating. The betrayal deepened their divides, reopening wounds that had never fully healed. What was once passionate love now feels fractured and fragile, with silence replacing the fiery posts and declarations they once shared online. Rumors of divorce now surround them, and the couple appears estranged. Where they once shared laughter and affection, there is distance and coldness. Fans who once rooted for them now watch with heavy hearts as their bond seems to unravel. Their story is no longer just about two opposites attracting. It has become a painful lesson in how trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. Gino and Jasmine's romance began with passion and promise, but as of 2025, it stands as one of the most heartbreaking examples of love undone by insecurity, jealousy, and betrayal. She talks about their trust issues.
There's no proof to what he's accusing me of, and that is hurtful to me. It's obvious that you don't trust me.
While Gino and Jasmine face the painful possibility of separation, another couple is learning hard lessons not from infidelity, but from financial loss that has reshaped their plans for the future. Number 6. Elizabeth Pothast and Andre Castrovet. Elizabeth Pothast and Andre Castrovet's love story has always been filled with energy and determination. They first met in Ireland, where Elizabeth was swept up by Andre's confidence and strong presence. Their connection was instant, and despite cultural differences and family tensions, they built a relationship that could withstand constant outside noise. From the beginning, their bond was tested. Elizabeth's family often questioned Andre's intentions, while he fought to prove himself as a husband and father. Through it all, they stayed together, showing that their marriage was not easily shaken. As seasons of 90-Day Fiancé passed, Elizabeth and Andre built a life in Florida, raising their family and chasing their goals. Andre's outspoken nature often clashed with Elizabeth's family, but within their household, they created a partnership rooted in loyalty and growth. By 2025, their lives appear picture-perfect on the outside. They are living in Zephyr Hills, Florida, in a spacious home of more than 3,600 square feet, the kind of stability many couples dream of. Yet behind the polished exterior, the couple recently faced a major setback. Hoping to expand their horizons, they invested $75,000 in a construction project in Moldova. The plan was bold and full of promise. It would give them the option to one day settle permanently in Andrei's homeland. But the dream unraveled when the project collapsed, leaving them with a painful financial loss. The failure was not just about money, it was about vision and hope. It put their plans of moving to Moldova on hold indefinitely, teaching them the weight of risk and the sting of disappointment. Now, Elizabeth and Andrei are more cautious, less willing to leap into big ventures without careful thought. Still, they remain grounded in what matters most, their family and the love they have built together. Number 5. Darcy Silva and Georgie Rusev. Darcy Silva has always been a name that sparks conversation. Known for her glamorous style and dramatic love life, she finally found a lasting commitment with Georgie Rusev. After years of ups and downs, the two married in late 2023, marking a turning point in Darcy's journey. Their marriage was more than just a happy ending. It was proof that Darcy had finally found someone willing to stand by her side through both shine and storm. In 2025, Darcy and Georgie traveled to Bulgaria, immersing themselves in Georgie's culture. For Darcy, the experience was eye-opening. She had to adapt to traditions, customs, and a lifestyle different from what she was used to in America. Instead of resisting, she embraced the change, showing a new maturity in her approach to love and marriage. The trip deepened their bond, allowing them to grow not only as partners, but also as individuals. At the same time, Darcy has been reflecting on her image. After years of focusing on cosmetic procedures, she is now considering a breast reduction surgery as part of her effort to move away from her past glam persona. This shift shows a woman who is no longer chasing outside validation, but choosing what makes her feel comfortable and authentic. Alongside her personal changes, Darcy continues to run the Silva fashion brand with her twin sister, Stacy. Together, they balance business, family, and Darcy's new life as a wife. Her marriage to Georgie may not be free from challenges, but it has given her a sense of stability she had been searching for years. Their love story is evolving into something grounded, showing that even the most dramatic journeys can end in a place of peace and promise. Number 4. Auelu Pula. Auelu Pula's story has always been filled with ups and downs. When he first appeared on television, viewers were introduced to a young man from Samoa who was eager to build a life in America with Kalani Fagata. Their love was genuine but also rushed, with marriage and children arriving quickly. The pressure of cultural differences, financial struggles, and communication issues made their relationship rocky from the start. Over the years, their marriage became one of the most talked about on reality TV. Arguments, trust issues, and family disagreements overshadowed their sweet beginnings. Eventually, the strain proved too much, and Auelu and Kalani went their separate ways. Many doubted if he could find a stable path forward, as his life seemed constantly caught in cycles of drama and disappointment. But 2025 brought a surprising change. Auelu completed army training, showing a level of commitment and discipline that many had not seen in him before. His decision to join the military gave him a new purpose and a structure that had been missing from his life. The graduation was a defining moment, not just for Auelu, but for his family as well. Kalani and their children attended, a powerful sign that despite their past struggles, co-parenting had taken priority. For Auelu, this fresh start marks more than just a career shift. It shows growth, responsibility, and maturity. His children now see a father who is working to be better, and Kalani sees a partner who is finally stepping up in ways he had struggled to before. His journey proves that even after years of turbulence, it is never too late to rebuild and to choose a new path. Number 3. Ariella Weinberg and Biniam Shibri's romance began like a whirlwind. She traveled to Ethiopia, fell for Biniam's charm, and soon they were starting a family together. Their connection was instant, but their relationship was never simple. Cultural differences, long separations, and family pressures created a fragile foundation. The birth of their son, Aviel, brought them joy, but also added new challenges as they struggled to find common ground. For years, viewers watched as Ariella and Biniam tried to make it work. From adjusting to life in different countries to balancing careers and responsibilities, their love was tested at every turn. Biniam pursued his passion for music and MMA, while Ariella often felt torn between supporting his dreams and seeking stability for their family. By 2025, the inevitable became clear. The couple officially split, ending years of trying to hold on despite their differences. While the breakup was heartbreaking, both have chosen to focus on what matters most, raising their son. Co-parenting has become their new reality, and their efforts show a level of respect and maturity that their romantic relationship often lacked. Though fans once hoped for a reconciliation, there are no signs of it today. Instead, Ariella and Biniam are proving that sometimes love cannot survive, but family can still thrive. Some 90-Day Fiancé stories continue with new chapters of love, family, or personal reinvention. Others, however, end in ways no one could have imagined. Number 2. Ben Rathbun. Ben Rathbun's entrance into the 90-Day Fiancé universe was anything but ordinary. Viewers were introduced to him as a man in pursuit of love far beyond his borders. He talks about his personality.
What I've been looking for my whole life is this unconditional love, and
his storyline sparked countless discussions, with fans often divided between seeing him as a hopeless romantic or someone chasing an impossible dream. His decisions, sometimes bold and sometimes questionable, made him unforgettable in the franchise. Ben's storylines revolved around the complexities of age gaps, cultural clashes, and the search for deeper connection. While many relationships in the series stirred emotion, his stood out for the sheer unpredictability. Every step he took seemed to spark new debate. Was he being naive? Or was he simply a man unafraid of risking it all for love? This blend of intrigue and controversy made his presence one that viewers could never ignore. Yet behind the cameras, Ben's personal struggles continued. His reality was marked by highs and lows, much like his time on the show. The drama may have attracted attention, but it also reflected a man still searching for stability in both love and life. Fans followed him with curiosity, always wondering what twist his story would take next. In 2025, however, his journey reached its most difficult and final chapter. Ben passed away on May 19th after a battle with stage 4 stomach cancer. The news stunned the 90-Day Fiancé community. No one expected such an ending, and it left fans mourning a life that had been both public and deeply human. Ben is now remembered not just for the complications of his relationships, but for the way he laid his heart bare, flaws and all. His story may have been messy, but it was real. Number 1. Cara Leona. Cara Leona, once known to fans as Cara Bass, entered 90-Day Fiancé with a bold personality and a fearless energy that stood out immediately. Her journey was about love, resilience, and the challenges of blending lives across cultures. She was confident, outspoken, and unafraid to show her strong sense of identity. Yet even during her time on reality TV, there were hints that Cara was destined for more than the storyline playing out before cameras. In 2023, she stepped boldly into the music world. Reinventing herself as Cara Leona, she began carving a new path, moving away from being remembered only as a reality TV figure. Her passion for Latin rhythms gave her music a fresh, exciting sound, and she leaned into Spanish-language tracks that reflected both her creativity and global vision. By 2025, Cara had released several singles: Lento, El Reloj, Buenos Aires, and Criminal. Each song allowed her to show a different side of her artistry, blending bachata and Latin pop with a personal touch. Rather than being dismissed as a reality star dabbling in music, Cara worked hard to build credibility in a highly competitive industry. She featured other TLC alumni in her music videos, reminding fans of her roots while proving she was serious about her new craft. Her journey hasn't been without challenges. The music world is crowded, and breaking in requires persistence, creativity, and a strong sense of direction. Cara has faced the uphill task of proving that her artistry is genuine and not just another celebrity side project. Yet her growing presence in Latin pop shows she is not only surviving the industry, but starting to thrive. Cara's transformation into Cara Leona shows just how much she has grown since her 90-day fiancé days. Her life is no longer defined by television drama, but by her voice and vision. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.